and welcome to a new episode of The Stack After Hours, brought to you by your boys from the Unhinged Vibes Podcast. Now, it's me, Mr. Caramel Fender, Caramel 2 L's, and I'm here with...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coastal, aka Coast Dynasty on Instagram, aka the Blizzard of the Coast. What's happening?
Beautiful. And we're also here with...
It is Noslen 69ers. Just want to say what's going on, everyone, and hopefully everyone's enjoying this decent weather that we're having this week.
Beautiful. Now, it's been a while since we've done a stack, but to be honest, there's not really a lot of new news coming out as of late. It's mostly just a lot of recycled stuff. But before we start, how you guys doing today? Noslen, how you doing today?
I am tired. Work and just doing a little bit of grocery shopping, coming home, and just relaxing. But other than that, you know what? The weather is nice, so can't complain, really.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We've had a lot of really good weather as of late. What about you, Coastal? How you doing, buddy?
Been doing good, man. And just like I said, like Noslen alluded to, enjoying the milder temperatures. It's been nice to not have to warm up a car that's already been in a garage, because that's nice. I don't like having to pay for that thing and then have it not help at all. So that's been good. Work's been work. You know, it helps keep the roof over the head and the belly's full. So we'll take it as it comes. But other than that, no, man, I'm doing great, I can say.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, no, I can agree with both of y'all. Weather's been good. It's actually nice to have in the minus teens for weather. Yes. You know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Right.
And also, quick aside there, I wanted to mention the boy Ali cheered me up in the middle of the week when he sent me a picture of one Mr. Caramel Thunder, the class of 2011, coming out of his alma mater, and that was nice to see. It was also sad to see that you look exactly the same as you did when you graduated high school. I was like, is that a picture from when you graduated, or is that a picture from yesterday?
Yeah.
And then I sort of did the mental math and realized that you are smack dab in the middle in terms of age-wise between me and my son, and that made me feel a lot older.
Really?
So
oh wow!
It made me feel good at first, because I was like, oh, look at this guy, and then I was like, oh man, I'm so much older.
Oh, dude, that is actually so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, no, when I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot. Like all of our photos, or grad photos at least, are all over the walls there. So I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So can't wait to see your boy's photo on there eventually. You know, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah, he was looking up for you. He was like, hey, what year did Caramel graduate? And I'm like, oh, I was trying to do the math, and then we're like, okay, well, he was born this year, so add 18 to that. That's probably the year. And then I was like, oh man, that is so much younger than me.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, I was actually really happy to see that. I was really happy to see that photo. That was good.
Yeah, he'd like to reach out to you and sort of trade some Kodiak stories. So got to get on the horn for that.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say some of my Kodiak stories.
Yeah, make sure to keep them PG-13.
Yeah, right? I know, right? I'm like, I don't even know if I can say mine. But yeah, no, other than seeing that photo and whatever else, work's been good. Essentially it's just trying to keep up with everything, you know? So, speaking of keeping up with everything, I finally got to play another match of 40K, on Tuesday, which is really good. I was able to
drop in to watch a little bit of it.
It was good. It was essentially Tau versus Ultramarines. I was playing Ultramarines. So it was 2v2, and we got stomped. We got stomped into the floor, but I enjoyed it, actually. It was actually a lot of fun. Also, during the 40K night, we actually met a fellow podcaster who actually works at the store, who actually plays 40K as well. I want to give a shout out to the Life Total podcast. Mr. Jerome himself, he was actually eavesdropping on our conversation about us talking about our podcast. And he's like, oh, you guys do podcasts? I was like, yeah, I do one too. I was like, oh, no way, sweet. So we talked to him about what his podcast is and this and that. Currently, he's got one episode on right now on his Spotify, but he has a bunch of episodes that he has already done, and he's just re-uploading them to other viewing sites. So if you want to check out his stuff, I'll put his link in the description below, so make sure you check his stuff out. It's always good to support another fellow podcaster, also one that you actually know that's also in your community. and in your play group.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Life Total Podcast. Maybe we can even get him on for a little bit to ask him
Yeah.
what his experience
Yeah.
is like.
yeah, and honestly, we should probably ask if we can record in the store. Actually, that one night
Yes.
or one evening, that'd be cool. That'd be actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
Unhinged Vibes on the road.
exactly right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, if you don't know what the stack is your weekly news roundup where we go over all the latest news within the past week. We tell you our thoughts, what we like, what we dislike, and we resolve from there. Let's see here. We have a pretty good list actually today. Some stuff, like if you're expecting us to talk about the new Batman movie, please note we are going to wait till next week. We want to see what the box office is like. We want to see some more reviews. Usually all the reviews that happen on night number 1 and 2 are all the diehards. So you want to wait a little bit before all the reviews come in and this and that and see how the movie actually does after its first week. So we'll be talking about the Batman movie then. Until then, though, for this episode, we'll be talking about the, I guess it's the teaser trailer for the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game, Elden Ring, its release and how it's doing, the Bullet Train trailer that we watched on YouTube. This one's a magic one. Secrets of New, Capenna?
Streets of New Capenna.
Streets of New Capenna.
Yeah.
The first look, including some spoilers. The Bubble trailer. I've seen some ads for this, and it's pretty damn funny. Actually, it's pretty damn funny. The Picard Season 2. I don't know if these boys have watched it, but I know I did, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Usually, the first episode of Star Trek usually sucks. Usually the first season sucks. Usually the second season sucks. This first episode of second season is on fire, and we'll get to that when we get there. And then also our watch list. So, yeah, yet again, we're going to go over all this. If anything here deserves a full episode, we'll go through that and give it its full episode. But let's start the stack off right, and let's go back to at least my childhood. I don't know about these guys. They're probably more into like what? What's that one with the discs, the cardboard discs? What is that?
Oh, Pogs.
Pogs.
Yeah, Pogs are more. Pogs are more our generation.
Yeah,
I think.
Pogs or like what? Pick up sticks or.
Okay, we're not settle down.
Okay. Anyways,
Jacks at the soda fountain. Like we're not that old.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah, these guys used to roll tire down the street with the stick.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly,
so.
yeah.
But anyways, the new 9th generation of Pokemon games have been announced, and it's actually weird because as of late they've just been, I guess, how do you say, renewing or revamping, redoing? What's the right word?
Revisiting?
I guess they're like redoing and revisiting all the previous games like Black and White, this and that. So they're actually giving it a new modern twist. But this is actually a brand new game. This is 9th generation, Scarlet and Violet. The Pokemon, the starter Pokemon, yet again, are always cute. I'm always going to be a water guy, so the water guy is the duck, so I'll stick with the duck. I think the fire one is a fire crocodile or alligator, and then the grass one is like a fox or something like that. Either way, I'm probably going to get this game when it comes out. I essentially play every single Pokemon game. How well versed are you guys in Pokemon? Let's start off with you, Noslen. How well versed are you in Pokemon? And does Pokemon have a place in your house with your kids?
You know what? Not really well versed. My son was a little bit into it. Like he had some of the cards and some of the little action figures and figurines. Other than that, he's sort of grown out of it now, and he's moved on to like all the Marvel stuff. But as for Pokemon, not really well versed. The last time I even tried Pokemon was the what was it on the mobile app, the mobile game?
Oh, the Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go.
That, yeah. And funny story with that was this was when I was still with the dance company.
Okay.
And the wife wanted me to look for people. So I was texting people, and then I'm walking around with my phone texting, and then I stop and I look up, and everyone else is walking with their phone. So to myself, I'm like, great. It was just kind of funny to me that everyone at the park or at the Forks was walking around with their phones searching for the Pokemon, and then here I am texting people, and then I look up, I just look like everyone else looking for them. So I'm like, no. But other than that, no, Pokemon-wise, no, I wasn't really into it. I just know, like, my son, a lot of my nephews and nieces were. They tried to get me to play it, but just wasn't in my interest.
Okay. What about you, Coastal? Are you familiar with Pokemon? Are there any Pokemon fans in your house?
So funny story about Pokemon. When the very first one came out, I actually, a buddy of mine, again, Deej, was the one who kind of convinced us to pick up a Game Boy Color.
Oh, yeah.
Aging myself. Pick up a Game Boy Color, and then he would pick up Pokemon. He would pick up one of the Pokemons, I would pick up the other one, and then we'd be able to trade and everything. And this was in our first year of university. And this is sort of one of the watershed moments that remind me, like, sort of why I'm at the age that I am now, sort of hammering home the Magic stuff, the Warhammer, just even no matter how geeky it is, if it is something I'm interested in, to just go into it. Because that was one of the watershed moments that I remember as a younger person where I couldn't get over myself. Like, my buddy would be sitting there with not a care in the world. He'd be fine. He'd be sitting there playing Pokemon while we were in university. And I'm like, man, this is a kid's game, man. What am I doing, while I'm in university doing this? And it was like, I just couldn't get over myself. So then it sort of fell off for me. So that's where Pokemon has sort of a connection to me to remember, like, look, man, get over yourself. If it's something you enjoy, just do it, man. And that's sort of the advice I have for you young whippersnappers like you, Caramel Thunder. Like, man, if it's something that you have, if you enjoy it, man, block out the noise. Who cares about what other people think around you? So that's sort of what my personal connection is to Pokemon there. In terms of in the household, I tried to get the boy into it when he was younger. He collected the cards, played a little bit of the card game, but was never super into it, and is sort of he's off that now. And yeah, he's downstairs right now playing a little bit of NBA 2K. Okay. And yeah, upstairs or downstairs in the same room is his Switch, which he hasn't touched since maybe 6 months after he begged for it, because he absolutely positively needed one. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, Pokemon is like Noslen. I played a little bit of Pokemon Go as well. That was a little bit of a funny story there in terms of shit talking some of my coworkers, because we'd go for walks at lunchtime. And, I just happen to throw Pokemon Go on while we go for our walk, because we're walking 5 kilometers. Why not catch a couple of Pokemon while I'm out there burning some calories anyway? And one of my buddies like, isn't this kind of a dorky thing for you to be doing as an adult man? And I was like, yeah, no, you're right. Hey, how's your fantasy football team doing? Is your 4th string running back that you've studied 3 magazines for doing well for you? Or is that just a child thing too? Or is that a thing for adults? So yeah, everybody's got a Pokemon Go, right? It might be fine. It might be fantasy football. That's Pokemon Go. It might be going quadding in the rural areas. That's your Pokemon Go. Everybody's got something that's a time sink that doesn't ultimately hurt anybody else that you enjoy doing. So,
oh man, that's actually so funny. That's so funny because it's true. It's 100% true. Let's be real here. Yeah, honestly, when this news came out, instantly in the back of my head, this is probably going to be a top 10 for whenever this game releases. And it's going to come out later this year. So at the end of the year, this will be probably top 10, because usually Pokemon games or anything like Nintendo-ish, they're always in the top 10 for sales. So yeah, this is going to be this is going to be a great game. From everything that I've seen so far, it looks good. So I can't wait to actually see more stuff of this actually appearing and not just a teaser trailer. So we'll see if there's any cool Pokemon, whatever else. And yeah. Honestly, when it comes to Pokemon, it's always going to be a home run. There's never a bad Pokemon game.
For sure. They said late 2022. I imagine my prediction for this is going to be come Black Friday, Nintendo's going to have a Switch combo with Pokemon Violet and Pokemon,
for sure.
What's the other one? Sorry, Violet and
Scarlet.
Yeah, they're going to have that available for purchase as a package deal, and they're going to fly off the shelves
Yeah.
for Christmas. So
Oh,
that's my prediction.
It's just gonna be easy money for Nintendo. 100% easy
yeah.
money for Nintendo.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Let's let this resolve and let's move on to some big news.
Yeah.
Big news on gaming. Now, it's been a while since we've had a game release in a state where every single review is giving it a 10 out of 10.
They really love this game.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter where the review site lands. They could be on the far right or on the far left or center, or they could be nowhere on that scale. But doesn't matter where they land, they always land on a 10 out of 10. Now, I personally have not played Elden Ring. I'm interested in playing Elden Ring, but I've never played this style of game before, like not even Dead Souls or Dark Souls or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
But to see a game getting no lower than a 10 out of 10 for all of its reviews piques my interest. Now,
Yeah, absolutely.
Coastal, what do you know about this game?
So what I know about it and what they've said is it's a game, and all of the advertising that I've seen for it has sort of has sort of been around the fact that this is a a joint effort by Hidetaka Miyazaki, who is the creator of Dark Souls and creator of Sekiro, right?
Two of the best games out there, essentially.
Yeah, Bloodborne as well. So, like, just an absolute legendary video game creator, and just not just that, but like just those super hard action RPGs, which just really cater to that hardcore audience, right? And then he's sort of joined up with the great George R.R. Martin when it comes to the story behind this game, and that was the name that piqued my interest, right? Because it's like Game of Thrones, man. So it'll be really interesting to see. Like, I'm like you, I've never played this game because I'm an Xbox guy. I haven't really had the quite the exposure to his games that other people have. But yeah, this game looks really good. Like, the reason I have not bought it is because I'm sort of on a strict, I only play games that are available on Game Pass right now while I'm still paying off the Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm on the what's it called? Whatever that easy pay system was, where you get 2 years of Game Pass and the Xbox, and it's 24 payments. And I told myself you get the Xbox, you get 2 years of Game Pass, and it's like $44 a month for 2 years. And I said, I'm not buying a game until I've paid this off. And I mean, I've broken it because I've bought Alejandro a bunch of games, right? He's playing 2K22 right now. But yeah, this game looks really good, and I may break it for this. It's not just the hype behind the Miyazaki George R.R. Martin collaboration, but just like you said, every review has been just stellar and outstanding for this game. So the only thing that's holding me off is these games have been historically really hard, and that does not lend well to sort of my play schedule, because what tends to happen with me is I'll play a game hard for 2 or 3 hours, get pretty far in the game, and then not touch it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then try to get back to it and I've forgotten how to play. But now the game's harder too. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this has had a lot of hype behind it, and from what we see, the game has matched the hype. And after Cyberpunk, we know that's not always an automatic. So
yeah, that's actually really crazy to hear. Noslen, would you play this game?
I've never played it, like you guys. I've never played it, but after watching some of the footage on YouTube, like trailers and stuff, like it looks really good. Like, for action RPG, like I guess action RPG, if you want to say, could be right.
It's technically a role playing game.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely an action RPG.
Yeah. Like you said, like the two names that are involved in this game, like you like magic's gonna happen, right? Yeah. And if like you guys said, if every review is no less than a 10 out of 10, then they must have done something right for everyone to give the game a review a 10. So it does pique my interest. I do want to give it a shot. Like, I guess the closest one to that, maybe, well, probably not even close, but the Dark Knight game, like the Batman games. I guess those are somewhat action RPGs. So, and those I have no problem playing over and over again because they're really good. So, if what they say, if what is out there is true about this game, then yeah, definitely like this could be a replayable game for me if it lives up to the hype.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to punishing games like this, they get me really frustrated. Really frustrated, right? Because you are essentially... You have to die in this game in order to progress.
Multiple times.
You have to die. Sometimes 100 times just to learn the mechanics, right? And for me, it's... Sometimes that's tough. It's very tough. Very frustrating to a point where like you just turn it off. Turn it off. Let it sit there for a day or two, then come back, right? So... But yeah, this game looks amazing. It looks nice. The score to it apparently is amazing, and the graphics to it and story, I cannot wait to experience it. I know I will experience it. I just don't know when. Because yet again, I still have a pile of shame that I still need to play, and I haven't touched it. And I've added I'm adding more games to it. Like there's essentially a new Borderlands game called Tiny Tina's Wonderland. It's Borderlands meets D&D. So I've added that. And hey, boys, if you want to play, we could all play together, you know? But anyways, it's essentially Borderlands meets D&D, and I still need to play that. And now this is added to my list. It's just like there's too many games and not enough time. Not enough time, you know? But the last time I've seen a game do this well would be like what? Skyrim?
I'm struggling to remember the last time we had a game with this level of hype before the game came out and then was this well received. Because like I said, Cyberpunk had this level of hype and
but
it was
tanked.
Colossal letdown.
Maybe Batman Arkham Knight?
No,
maybe?
One of the three.
Maybe Assassin's Creed Origins, the first time that they switched to sort of this RPG light mode that they went into.
Black Flag was really good. That was almost literally 10 out of 10s. So yeah,
but that was a while ago. That was a 360 game, right?
It's true.
So
it's true. You know, it's been a while since the game has gone nearly 100% for all reviews, which is crazy. Yeah, which is absolutely crazy.
I can't think of the last time. So
honestly, shout out to the people who made this game.
You know which one it was?
Who?
You know which game had the huge amount of hype that met it? The reason I don't remember it because I've never played it is Zelda.
Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
That's the last game. That's the last game I remember meeting the level of hype and expectations that it had.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've played a little bit of the game.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It's a very much fun game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, no. This game looks absolutely stunning. All the big streamers, all the big YouTubers are playing this game right now. This game is everywhere. You cannot like look away because it's so big, absolutely so big right now. But anyways, let's move on from Elden Ring because I guarantee you, this is gonna be the new Skyrim. It's gonna be every single console. It's gonna have a re-release of this game. I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on here because yet again, all the ratings are on Coastal's rating list. It's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, baby. Let's go.
So let's be real here. The next topic, I'm predicting it's going to be a 10 out of 10 because the trailer was cut very nicely. The trailer was very nice. The Bullet Train trailer with Brad Pitt. Now, I just watched this trailer literally before we started recording. And this looks like a fun fucking trailer. This looks like a fun movie, man.
Yeah.
Coastal, do you know much about this movie?
Not much going into the trailer. What I did find out afterwards is it is based off I believe a manga or a novel that came out in 2011 called Maria Beetle.
Okay.
which is the name of Sandra Bullock's character in this movie. So that is as far as I know about it. So it does have some previous source material that it's based off. So it will have that sort of built-in audience, if you will.
Okay.
That will have some certain expectations, but it looks like that audience might not be it's not the same thing as what we saw coming out of Cowboy Bebop or anything like that, or any of the MCU stuff where it's like the majority of people who are going to go see this movie probably haven't been exposed to the previous source material like they were with the other stuff. So that is as far as I know, but I'm right there with you, man. Like, hey, man, I am a giant Brad Pitt fan. You put him in a movie and then put him in an action movie where they're stuck somewhere, like Bullet Train. Oh, I'm in. I'm all the way in on this movie.
Oh, yeah. Noslen, what do you think about this movie?
I think it's going to be the 10 out of 10. Just seeing the trailer, like you said, was cut really well. Like, it was well done. Just looking at the cast, Hiro Sanada is on there, so like he's been in a lot recently. So he's been really good. I didn't know that Sandra Bullock was in there after I was looking at the cast. So I think this is going to be one of those. Honestly, I think it might be one of those. I don't want to say underrated, but it might be one of those that might just fly under the radar just a little compared to other movies that might be coming out. But I think this will be a movie theater for me. Movie theater viewing. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll be there for this.
Shouts to my favorite celebrity wrestler, man, San Benito Antonio Martínez Ocasio himself, man. Bad Bunny is in this movie.
Honestly, this movie really reminded me of like the comedy action movies like Rush Hour and like Wild Wild West with Will Smith, and like all that stuff, right? And like Bad Boys. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good movie. I cannot wait to see this.
And the other thing too is one of the reasons I'm so hyped for this movie and why I want to see it in the theater is it's given me the same vibes that I've seen from. It is not based off a comic book movie. It's not a comic book movie. It's not going to be part one of a trilogy. So I'm hoping that there's a definitive ending at the end. Like I'm going to walk into that theater, going to watch this movie, and then I'm going to walk out and I'm going to know what the ending is. It's sort of the same feeling I had with John Wick before John Wick became John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's just sort of that it's not Batman, it's not the Avengers, it's not Guardians, right? It's something relatively new, something I'm being newly exposed to. And I haven't had that feeling in the theater in a long time. So
I actually have to agree with y'all. I'm probably going to watch this in the theater. Let's be real here. Yeah. This is probably going to be a theater watch. The cast alone is absolutely amazing. And it comes out on July 15.
There you go, right in the middle of summer blockbuster season, man.
Comes out July 15. So that's going to be sick, actually. That's coming up real quick. That's coming up. Mm-hmm. That's going to be like next week, sooner or later. Let's be honest. So
I mean, remember when we were talking about Batman, and then all of a sudden, it's opening weekend for Batman this weekend. Yeah. So
Batman came up real fast. I'm gonna be honest; they came up real fast. Like I'm assuming Black Adam is gonna come up real fast too. Yeah, like that's probably around the corner right now, anyways. I'm good to let this resolve. And let's move on to the next one. This was a first look, including some spoilers, for the new Streets of Capenna. Is that right? Capenna. Streets of Capenna. Sorry, Streets of Capenna. This is going to be the new set, I believe. Is this a one-piece or two-piece set?
As far as I know, I believe it's a standard one-setter.
Okay. So
I don't think the follow-up is in the same area.
Okay. Oh, what the hell's going on here? So we have some spoiled art for some basic lands.
The Plains land looks really good. That's my favorite one.
Which one? The kind of the train one?
The train station one.
Yeah, that one looks cool. That one looks really cool. The island one with the statue with wings. That one looks sick. Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's got that Art Deco look to it, and like that sort of the 1920s and 30s thought the future would look like.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of that Art Deco, that sort of film noir vibe to it. I really am liking what I've seen so far with this set.
Also, I'm liking the emblems for the 5 families. This looks sick, and they're tricolors. So we got Obscura, which is white, blue, black. which is what? A background of a hand with a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a dagger. We have the Maestros.
Maestros?
Maestros, yeah.
Maestros. Yeah.
Which is, looks like we have a wine glass with a shield background, and it looks like 2 knives making an X. Blue, black, red. And then we have the Riveters, which is a hammer and anvil on a, what is that? A shield? That looks sick. Riveters look sick.
Yeah.
That is going to be black, red, green. We have the Cabaretti. It looks like a one of those party masks that only cover your top.
Like a Mardi Gras mask.
Yeah, Mardi Gras masks. On I guess a shield background with some, what is that, drapery in the background. That's going to be red, green, white, and this one looks pretty sick. This is like what? This looks like a dragon or an eagle.
I'm gonna say eagle.
Brokers.
Yeah, brokers.
Yeah, probably
The
eagle.
brokers looks like an eagle because that looks like a beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks really wicked. That looks super cool. That's gonna be green, white, and blue. And also, there's gonna be, what is this? Cycle lands? Yeah, these are some cycle lands.
Yep, they're finishing off that cycle.
Oh, look at the full art for the cycle
The
lands.
triomes. Yeah,
The triomes, yeah.
and they're named, right? The triomes are named.
Yeah.
So you can
like
fetch
Jetmir's Garden. Oh yeah, plain. Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
Oh, wow, they are named.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
time to work some overtime to buy the set.
Yeah. What are your first impressions of this set, Caramel? Now that you're sort of looking at this for the first time.
Yeah, this is actually my first time actually looking at it. I didn't look at it before the recording. I like the art style. Like you said, this is the 20s or 30s, what they thought the future would look like. So it's got a lot of like bold, straight lines, a lot of flashy lights. The architecture looks amazing.
It does.
I have to admit, the logos, excuse me, sorry, the logos for the 5 families, along with the full art lands, man, that is... Why can't every card be full art? Like, let's be real here. Like, why can't every card be full art? Because it's amazing.
At least the lands, right? The basic lands should all be full art.
100%. Like, just let the lands be full art. Who cares, right? And then just let the mythic rare cards be full art lands as well. But honestly, I love the art style. I can't wait to hear the story to this, because I have to admit, one thing that I do appreciate about Wizards of the Coast is that they're taking a lot more time with the story when it comes to every single set. Right? They're actually giving you avenues to read it a little bit more accessible, which I actually really appreciate. So I think Wizards of the Coast is doing a really good job right now with the set releases and the information that's being given out. I do like also the fact that they are doing team ups as well, right? With the Street Fighter team up, the Warhammer team
like
up,
the Universes Beyond.
Yeah.
Universes Beyond. I like that.
I do really appreciate that, because yet again, that's a good way, one, to bring in more people to play Magic, and for those, let's say, people who are into Street Fighter, Warhammer, the Godzilla franchise, all that stuff, right? To necessarily buy their first ever pack of Magic cards.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I have a friend. He is he doesn't play Magic anymore, but he likes art, right? And he used to play Magic back in the day. Close friend of mine. And the thing is, because of the fact that I think they blame me. All my friends blame me that because ever since they started following Coast Dynasty, all of their targeted ads started giving them Magic stuff, and it used to never do that until I started following me. So they blame me for that. But one of the targeted ads he got was the Secret Lair Street Fighter.
No way.
And he thought the art looked so cool that he's like, shit. And he ordered it, even though he does not play Magic. So, yeah, I mean, it is a really good way to lead people in. And I think the biggest problem most hardcore Magic fans had about the Universes Beyond stuff was that the cards was with the Walking Dead one, where those cards that was the only way to get them. But with New Capenna, this will be in the in the set boosters. You're going to be able to find the magic versions of the Stranger Things.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so problem solved. So everybody wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins, especially Hasbro, because that's a hell of a lot of money going in their pockets for these.
Oh,
so,
shoot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Honestly, this looks great. Noslen, what do you think about the set, or at least the teasers?
My poor wallet. I'll just say that.
Did this excite you more than Neon Dynasty by any chance?
No, not as well. It did, but not as much as Neon Dynasty. Just for me, just looking at that one Plains land, that one Plains card, that setting, that art looked really, really good. And then just the emblems for the families, like that's pretty dope. But not as much. It did, but not as much as Neon Dynasty did.
Okay.
Like if I didn't see the artwork for that Plains, it probably wouldn't have. But seeing that, then of course that led me to looking at everything else, and then it just skyrocketed back up.
Wow. Okay. Coastal, what do you think about this set teaser?
I got to tell you, man, the one set I was least excited about in 2021 was Strixhaven. And Strixhaven ended up being my favorite set of the year, of the entire year.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was Strixhaven.
And
I
you're
like
not a
Strixhaven
Magic
more.
guy. You're not a Magic guy or Harry Potter guy at all.
No, I am not at all. You know what it was? It was the school aspect of it.
Wow.
The collegiate. Because it was always sold to me as Harry Potter, which didn't really sell me. But if you told me the University of Magic, I would have been a little bit more into it. And that's sort of what I fell into. With this set, this might be the Strixhaven of 2022 for me, because it looks like the direction that they're going in looks really good. And I think that this is going to be, especially when we only play Commander, I think this is going to be more impactful to the format than any of the past sets for the last year, only because they're focusing on 3 colors. So we're going to get a lot of really important 3-color cards. I think we're going to get a lot of those staples. We've got 5 Commander precons coming, 1 for each of the families.
There's 5?
So,
Sheesh.
1 for each of the families, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Let me guess, they're all
and-
going to be $50 to $60 each?
Oh, absolutely. And here's the thing is that I'm thinking, I mean, I have an Esper deck, but I don't really have the other ones. I don't, and
Grixis.
and here's the other thing. I did not play during Alara. I have no connection to the names Esper, Naya, Grixis, Ban.
Yeah, same here.
I am more than happy to permanently replace those with Obscura, Maestros, Riveteers, Cabaretti, and Brokers, man. Like, I know you guys were giving me a hard time because I refused to call any of the Strixhaven colleges by their names, and I would still go with what they were called in Ravnica. But yeah, man, it's not Esper, it's Obscura now for me, man.
I'm going to be honest with you. Just the logo itself, I would call it Obscura, 100%. Like, it's got a hand with a keyhole, with a knife, like,
yeah.
Come on, that's
Yeah.
That's-
This is. Yeah, this. Damn it.
you know what?
I was
That
hoping to
logo
save some money.
makes sense. The black
Yeah, absolutely.
would be the knife, the blue would be the keyhole, and then the white would be the hand.
Be the hand.
Yeah.
That logo makes 100% sense.
Yeah. This is really good. This stuff
I
is
think-
really exciting.
And I think you mentioned earlier too, Kos, about what the story could be like for this.
Yeah.
Like this would be a really interesting story setting on what.
Yeah, it's the 5 crime families, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting. The one spoiler we did see recently, and I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it's one of the
Is it
one of
damage?
they've shown the pictures of the leaders of the 5 houses, right?
Oh, Broker's Ascendancy?
Not Broker's Ascendancy itself, but there's a card, because they've shown like the pictures of who's the head of each family. There is a card out there now, or at least some artwork, where the leader of the Maestros, which is blue, black, red, he looks defeated, and he's being held by Obnixilis.
Okay, because I see a picture.
I think I see that.
Can I share my screen with you guys? No, that's
Yeah.
turning off my thing. Add people.
So you got
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas in a suit.
Watch together. Activities. Share screen. Share. Is it this guy?
Yeah, that's Ob.
Yes.
That's up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But there's a picture of.
There's a
I know-
picture
I
of him
s-
holding a defeated, and I don't know the name of the head yet, but he looks like the head of the Maestros, and he looks like Ob Nicholas just,
Really?
laid an ass whipping on him. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's,
Okay. Oh. Okay, that's pretty cool, dude.
yeah, man. So I'm pretty excited about this set. Yeah, that hype train's coming. It's coming like a bullet
it's-
train, man.
I think it's that picture I sent.
Let's see. Oh,
looks-
this one.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yo, Ob looks good in
Yeah.
that suit. He looks real
He
good
looks
in that
dapper. He's
suit.
got the pinstripes going, man.
Yeah. To be honest, I love that. I love that style of clothing. Like the 30, like, oh man.
Yeah.
Everyone in pinstripe suits and stuff. That's a great look. That's a great
The
look.
roaring 20s type of look, yeah. And yeah, it's they've done really well with sort of the art so far that they've shown in this set.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing.
2022 starting off with a bang.
Right?
It really is. It
Hey.
really is.
Hey, just wait till you see the Warhammer set, dude. Some
I
of
was
the
gonna say
some of the
Warhammer.
art already, there's like two pieces of art that have been released. Oh,
Yeah.
boys.
Because what else
Boys.
is coming out this year?
For Magic?
For
The
Magic.
Brothers War
Brothers War, yes.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Brothers War.
and the Commander set, Commander Legends, is going to be D&D based. So
Now,
buy wallet.
I'm surprised.
Caramel.
I'm surprised they're going back to D&D for that because it flopped.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if it's just because that was already on the design. Space.
Yeah, I'm assuming so because
Yeah.
everything's in design 3 years prior, right? So,
Yeah, and Hasbro owns D&D, don't they? Or does WotC own D&D?
WotC does.
Okay.
They're the
So, I mean,
essentially they're the
Hasbro owns them
sister
both,
company.
so-
They're the sister company.
Yeah, so they're trying to. Yeah, definitely. There's some synergy there that they want to expand.
Hmm.
Okay. You think they'd want to expand a little bit more other than D&D because, D&D was kind of rough. So maybe they can do this one better. You never know.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from that one and let's go to the next one, the Bubble trailer. Now, okay, let's be real here. When you see the art, or at least the poster for this, you know for a fact it's going to be a funny movie. Just by the actors in it, just by how they're posing. Now, the first piece of art that I saw for this was... It was technically like the poster photo. Here, I'll show you. I'll share it on my screen. Share on my screen.
Was it the one for like the movie that they're making, Cliff B6?
It was, but it was
think
this
that's
one.
the one.
It's the green screen one. So you have people
Oh, the
holding
green
the
screen.
T-Rex
Oh,
yeah,
heads,
yeah, that
people
one. Yeah.
like this, and like this is what I saw. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I saw the actual poster. I'm like, "Oh, this looks pretty good. Like this looks pretty
Yeah.
funny." First off, I would hate to be the actors because all you see is just green, and you have to try and play and act to that.
Yeah.
Also, secondly, the actors in this movie, they're pretty lit.
This cast is
You have a
insane for a
good
comedy.
cast. You have a good cast.
Yeah.
I have no clue what this movie is going to be about. Let's be honest here. I have no clue what it's going to be about. Do any of
Do
you
I?
know what it's going to be about?
Well, I saw the trailer, so I have a fair bit of an idea.
Okay.
So basically what the movie is about is, and I wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts on this were. Comedy always is, they always say the comedy is just tragedy plus time.
Mhm.
Well, this movie is about having to make a movie within a bubble because of the pandemic that was happening, and just how ridiculous some of those things that we had to do to kind of even get a sense of normalcy. And I just wonder, are we far enough away, considering that we're not really over it yet? Are we far enough away from the pandemic for this to be funny and to be able to laugh at some of the really dumb shit that we just had to kind of either gloss over or be okay with just to have some sense of normalcy during that time. So that's what this is mainly about. I don't know. What are your thoughts on sort of that idea? Because I go back and I just think about, you think about the NBA playoffs and there's no fans, and the entire NHL season where you only played Canadian teams in front of no fans, and they do dumb shit like they cut to people recording themselves cheering just to try to get some semblance of fans, a fan experience. And because I'm a Jets season ticket holder, and they emailed us that, hey, film us a video of you guys cheering and we might show it on the game. And I was like, I'm not.
What the hell?
Stupid. Yeah, and it did look stupid, but it beat looking at nothing. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on sort of poking fun at what we had to do to get some sense of normalcy, but it was only last year?
Noslen, you first.
Oh. You know what? I don't mind it at all. Like, to me, I think, I think to get over it, you do have to sort of poke fun at it. Like, hey, this, we had to do this just to sort of find some sort of normalcy, in what we had to go through. So, I think it's fine. It's like you're poking fun at yourself at what you did, right? If this was you that was doing stuff. So, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is perfect. I think it's already a rough time for comedy, because even at comedy shows, people take it literal, right? And it's just, it's, come on, like, for a fact, comedy, you need to be able to make fun of yourself or be okay with someone making fun of you. That's the point of laughter. That's the point of comedy.
Yeah.
I'm expecting one of the characters to be a Karen, 100%. And by Karen, I don't mean Karen Gillan. She's gorgeous. Yeah. But I mean like a Karen. I'm expecting one of them to be a Karen. If one of them is, this is a legit movie, because it actually reflects life. Let's be. Honestly, after your pitch for the movie, I think this is going to be a funny ass movie, dude. I think this is going to be a good damn movie. Just essentially seeing the reflection on the past 2 years, but in comedy form. It's going to be eye-opening. It's for sure. It's going to be eye-opening, but you're going to have a good time, because guess what? You can relate to everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can relate to everything.
Yeah, and I think that's what was sort of so relieving about it, is that, you know what? I mean, we're not completely out of it, but we can look back now at some of that stuff and just how... Yeah, exactly. And just how ridiculous some of the things were to feel that sort of normalcy, right? And I mean, I'm very thankful for the efforts that were done by a lot of the entertainment industry to try to get through this, to give us something to do, right? Like, it was. I've said before a couple times, I'm a closet wrestling fan, and just seeing the Thunderdome was so ridiculous, but it was something. It was something. Yeah. It beats watching, like, at least they're putting out something new, right? It beats TSN when the seasons all got shut down. They were showing us games from 1986. I don't want to watch.
Damn.
I don't want to watch low definition football games from 25 years ago.
That's so funny.
So at least there was something, right? So, it'll be fun to laugh at this stuff again. So,
and I think maybe it's something the world needs to see. Maybe it's something that I think they do. Just like you said, just to laugh at what we went through, right? So
what we went through, what we still are going through. So this is going to be a good movie. Because let's be real here. You mix comedians with dinosaurs plus comedy in relation to COVID. This is let's go. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be hilarious. Let's bring the popcorn.
And just the cast that they've got is is so amazing. Like, there are going to be a lot of really strong comedic minds behind this thing. So
I really hope that this movie was ad-libbed, and there's enough
Oh,
content
that'd
to
be-
make like a second alternate version of the movie, you know?
Yeah, this is an Apatow movie, so there's going to be a ton of ad lib stuff
Yeah.
for sure.
I hope so. This is gonna be good. Yeah, I'm actually excited for this movie. This is gonna be a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be a Netflix one, so we don't even need to trudge ourselves out to the theater.
Initial release 2022, so yeah, it comes out whenever, I guess.
Yeah, April 1st.
Oh, really? April 1st?
Yeah,
Oh,
April Fool's
shit.
Day. Yeah. So
And
it's
May
coming
Of
real
course,
quick.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah. And it might not even come out on April 1st.
Yeah, it might not even come out that day. They're probably just
Yeah.
like pulling your finger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anything else on this one before we head off to the next one?
My last point, I guess, with this is that Netflix needed something like this because they also sent me an email that says that they're raising their prices again, and it's like,
What?
man, you're the streaming service that use the least right now, so you got to start justifying this cost, man, and this helps. So I'm in at least
Yeah.
I'm in until at least April now.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I canceled my Netflix subscription. That's
Oh, did
pretty
you?
earlier. I canceled it, so I have like what 2 weeks left on it. So
Okay.
yeah. Either way, there's always other avenues, like
Yep.
Yeah.
going to your
Oh, for
friend's
sure.
place or whatever else, right? So
Yep. For
Yeah.
sure.
but yeah, at the end of the day, you were right. I use my Netflix less than any other streaming service. If
Yeah.
anything, I probably use Disney Plus more than anything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry Netflix, but until you step up your game, and I really hope you do. I really do, because
Well,
you
this is a
got
good
some
start.
good stuff. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is at least a good start. Let me know when you release a Warhammer TV show. Then I'll meet you halfway.
They'll buy out Warhammer TV.
Oh my god, dude! Warhammer TV is not this trash, just trash fire. But anyways, to the opposite of trash fire, season 2 of Star Trek Picard has come out. I believe came out yesterday, or maybe the day before. Now, in tradition to all of Star Trek, season 1 is trash. It doesn't matter what series you go to. Season 1 will always be trash. Season 2, however, episode 1, season 2. Now, if you watch any kind of Star Trek, doesn't matter what it is, you are going to love episode 1. Episode 1 is going to scratch, massage, like sing you to sleep. All right, it's so satisfying. Episode 1 of season 2. It's porn for Star Trek. This is great, boys. If you love ships, if you love the ships, if you love oh man, this is the good stuff. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Picard, unfortunately, you have to watch season 1. So watch season 1 and then watch episode 1 of season 2 because this is amazing, absolutely amazing. They brought back more characters from the TNG era, which is absolutely great. Seeing them just made me feel all the warm and fuzzies. I know that Coastal and Noslen are not watching Picard at the moment. Maybe in the future, you never know.
I have it on my list
Yeah, on this. Okay, good.
because I like Picard.
But note that this is the first of many new Star Trek TV shows coming out. I believe Strange New World is coming out as well right after this. I believe the finale of this is the first episode, is the same date as the first episode of Strange New World. So this is the first time actually there's 4 separate Star Trek shows going on at one time.
Wow.
Wow, that is a lot.
First time in a long
Yeah.
time. Usually it's one at a time and a year goes by before another one. But this time there's 4 of them going on at one time essentially. So this is actually great news for all Star Trek fans. So this is, hey, we're doing good because also they announced the new trilogy coming out for Star Trek movies. So yay, we're doing good for the
that is-
movie and TV show.
That is exciting. Do you know what it's? Is it a new? Is it sort of a new universe or?
It's going to be
or are they
J.J.
going
Abrams again. Well, not J.J.
Oh, okay.
Abrams, but in his universe.
in his universe? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it's going to be good. We got possibly 3 new movies coming in and a bunch of new TV shows coming in. So this is going to be really good. Do you guys have any thoughts on this, or just want to move on to your watch list?
I will. As someone who doesn't really watch, I mean, I do watch some Star Trek, but as someone who's not as sort of in the world as you are, how highly do you recommend us getting through Picard Season 1, and how much sort of background knowledge do we have to sort of get into Season 1 of Picard? And how many episodes is it?
I believe it's 10 episomes, 10 to 12 episodes. So it's not long. It's not long.
Not a huge commitment. Okay.
I'm gonna be real here. The commitment is watching the other stuff beforehand. So essentially, you need to watch TNG, which is I think 6 to 7 seasons, and each season has 25 to 30 episodes, which are an hour each. Also, you got to watch Voyager, which is yet again 6 to 7 seasons, 25 episodes per season, an hour long each. Or I can just send you a YouTube video which explains the everything. 560 hours of Star Trek before Picard Season 2 in 22 minutes. And you'll be just fine, actually. And you'll be just fine. So either way, you can spend the 560 minutes of watching all the stuff beforehand, or you can watch 22 minutes of the Cole Notes, and you'll actually be up to date for Picard. So you choose what you want to do. But either or, you can even go into this bare bones. I'm going to be honest with you. They hold your hand in Picard.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was asking, is if you have sort of a cursory knowledge of who Picard is and sort of know the main players in TNG, is that going to be enough?
Yeah. If you know who, like, if you know the main cast,
like, oh, cool.
Yeah, if you know the main cast, right, of the show, you'll be fine. Like, honestly, you'll be fine. You'll miss some of the super in-depth tidbits, but other than that, like, you'll have a good time. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, if it's enjoyable on its own without me knowing that stuff, I'm okay.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Crusher, baby. No.
Oh, he's not in the show. Trust me, he's never coming back to Star Trek.
Yeah.
He's
on tabletop still.
Exactly. Okay, so let's move on. Wait, Noslen, any last remarks, or you just want to move on to the watch list?
No, you mentioned that they're coming out with a new trilogy, 3 new movies. You said,
yep,
and you said it's the Abrams world, right?
You got it.
So I'll probably watch for sure, because I didn't mind the Abrams.
Okay.
His vision of the Star Trek, so I didn't mind that at all.
I liked it because it was kind of like the mix of Star Wars meets Star Trek. Like, there was more action involved, and I really like that. I really like that because it's. Let's be real here. The number one character of any Star Trek show is the ship. The ship is always the number one character, and everyone else, even the captain, they are the secondary and supporting characters. So with the J.J. Abrams, the first movie was the right formula, but then he destroys the ship on the second one. The third one, we're barely even on the ship, right? So, but overall, the action made up for it, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, hopefully, because the same cast is supposed to be coming back, right? But we'll see if it's going to be in the future. We'll see if it's going to be 10 years in the future, if it's going to happen right after the last movie or whatever else. But hey, we'll see, as long as they're making Star Trek movies, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
All right. Now, moving on to our watch list. Now, I picked up a few new shows during my past week and a half, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, since I've started training. But let's start off with you, Noslen. What are you watching as of late? Anything new? Anything that piques your interest that you might recommend?
Actually, I've been watching. I pulled out some old DVDs, and I've been watching Battlestar Galactica.
No way!
Nice.
Yes.
That's some good stuff.
The first episode, to me, that's the episode that caught me, when they were being attacked by the Cylons. Yeah. And then I don't know if you've seen it, so I don't want to really spoil anything.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Where Starbuck had to bring back what's his name? I forgot his name. Odama's son. Damn it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and how he was gonna be left out there because I guess his ship powered down. He had no power left, and then Starbuck just took her ship, sort of wedged her ship into hers, and just flew him right back in, and then just the whole what's the word I'm looking for? The whole scene of it was just very tense, very intense, and then just the jump right after, and then boom, they're gone. Like I thought that was really
good. The pilot episode for that show was very intense because it was always like no matter what they did, they were always behind them, right? Yeah. And that's scary. That's scary. Like knowing that you're never going to be safe like that, and you're always being chased. That's some scary stuff.
Yeah, well, and I guess the second episode where they titled it 33, which meant that every 33 minutes they had to jump. Yeah. Because if they didn't, then the Scions would be able to track them. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I know it's watching that and just watching some old 24 again. Nothing really new out there. Okay. Just well, it's on Disney Plus, so I've been actually using Disney Plus more than Netflix actually too.
There you go.
Yeah. So Disney Plus is doing good.
Yeah, and actually just watching some YouTube videos on actually what I want to do this summer is palette project. So I'm gonna be in the spring just calling up places that are giving away palettes and hopefully making some stuff out of it.
Sweet, I've got the tools if you need them.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that?
I've got the tools if you need them. I've got 4 different
for sure.
nice.
Yeah,
let me know.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's about it for the last couple of weeks.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, Coastal, what about you, man? What is on your watch list?
So, what's old is new again, because I started watching a show, and I watched it because Ali told me he's watching it, and he wants me to watch it so that we can watch it together. And I went into episode 1 fully expecting to hate the show and just make fun of it and not enjoy it. And I am all in. I absolutely love everything they've done about that show. And the show is Bel Air.
Oh, the remake.
Oh,
the remake. Have you guys watched this yet?
Not yet. Where can you watch it?
It is available in Canada on Showcase, which Showcase holds a special place in the heart of people mine and Noslen's generation, because when they first came in, the Showcase, the Drambuie Showcase review was where we could see some late night titties. So
wait, is that where Latin Lover was on? I think so.
What's that?
I think that's the channel where Latin Lover was on.
The Latin Lover was on there. So was Chaz Lawther and a lot of those movies. So, but yeah, Showcase. And if you have Showcase, you can actually get the show on demand right now. So it is available on their on-demand service. It is fantastic. It does enough fan service for people that they call back so many things from the old show. Nice. And the drama, like the show itself, it does a really good job of basically utilizing the stories that Fresh Prince had that were sort of comedic and make them actually serious, because this is a pretty serious situation when you think about what happened, right? Like to get into a fight that is so bad that your mom sends you across the country to family you barely see and talk to, right?
Yeah, and that's pretty bad.
The dynamic between, like if you have a cousin who's the same age as you and they're sort of honing in on your territory, right? And they're a different person from you, but now you've got to sort of almost compete with them at your own school, which was sort of your territory, right? Just a lot of things. And then just little callbacks, stuff like even little things like when he's on the plane ride to America, he's got a champagne glass full of orange juice. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So little callbacks like that, right? Two of the first people he meets are one is Judge Robertson, right? So he meets just bunch of little beautiful callbacks to the old show, but then also kind of forges its path as well in terms of as a serious drama
on its own direction kind of thing.
In its own direction, and just the actor that they've got to portray Will Smith, he does such a good job of sort of portraying sort of the spirit of Will Smith without it turning into an impression.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Bel Air is the sort of now that Peacemaker is done, and now that sort of the Mandalorian universe is done right now, it is my appointment viewing.
Wow.
It's the show that I'm looking forward to each week. That if I don't have to worry about spoilers because as soon as it's out, I've watched it. So yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah, I could not recommend it enough for you.
How many episodes?
I guess it helps that Will Smith is actually the executive producer to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I believe they're 4 episodes deep in America. In Canada, they've shown 3.
Oh, okay.
And episode 4 is airing on Monday. Like I said, if you have Showcase available to you, their on-demand service allows you to watch the past episodes. So even if you're sort of behind and you didn't record it or anything, that's available to you on demand. So, yeah, I couldn't recommend it enough. It's a fantastic show. There's enough there for the old fans for little callbacks, like even little things like Uncle Phil and Jeffrey, when they're just sort of talking about Will's situation, what are they doing? They're playing pool.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Uncle Phil is still really good at pool.
He's a pool shark, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just little touches like that are just they call back to the show just enough, but don't make it sort of a hey, remember this? Hey, remember
a
this?
rehash of
yeah, exactly. It's its own story that if you have never seen any episodes of Fresh Prince, you're gonna enjoy it. But if you've watched every episode of Fresh Prince 25 times each, you're gonna enjoy it. So. Yeah, I couldn't recommend Bel Air enough. So that's been my watch list. I've watched a bunch of other stuff I wanted to talk about, but Bel Air is sort of what I want to focus on. Bel Air is fantastic. I could not recommend it enough.
That is actually amazing coming from you.
Yeah.
Getting praise like that, it must be a damn good show.
Yeah, it's high
what
praise.
is it rated? What is it rated?
I know it's 10 out of 10, baby. I know my rating system's a little bit broken, but this is not a Neon Dynasty 10 out of 10. It's a Peacemaker 10 out of 10. It's legit.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, I might have to check this out then. Because I was kind of hesitant. I'm going to be honest with you. I was just like, do I really want to watch? This is gonna be shit. Remakes are always shit. But
I wasn't feeling it either.
Hearing your praise was like, okay, I'm going to give this a chance. If this is a Peacemaker 10, I might, this is a very high chance I'm going to actually watch it tomorrow. Right.
They've done a very good job of modernizing the characters too. Like Hillary is still Hillary, but she would exactly be what you would expect 2022 Hillary to be. And the pilot version of Hillary, not the Flanderized version of Hillary later on where she's sort of kind of a dumb airhead. Okay. But the one from, if you remember what Hillary Banks was like in episode 1 of the pilot, that is her character right now.
Very nice.
But made for 2022. So it works out really well.
I like that. Okay, cool. Damn, that's a pretty good watch list. That one show sounds actually really good. My watch list, I'm using Netflix, but it is the new Viking show, Vikings Valhalla.
Okay.
Actually, really good show. Essentially, it continues the same universe, like it lives in the same universe as the original Viking show. They refer to Ragnar Lothbrok a lot, actually, in the show. Usually as in like a legendary guy who did this, who did that, right? But the show is actually really good. I'm at 3 episodes in, and it's got its hooks pretty deep in me right now. So there's that. I'm watching on YouTube Adeptus Ridiculous. His lore videos are fucking hilarious, dude. They're good. They're funny. Good. So I found his playlist of all his lore videos, and I'm just literally just watching through them one after the other.
Just banging them out, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. His Horus Heresy breakdown is like a 3-parter. Man, it is funny, dude. I'm like laughing out loud funny. So, yeah, there's that. Other than that, watching Blue's Clues. That's literally playing 24/7. I can probably sing every single song on Blue's Clues by memory at this point. So, other than sitting down in my thinking chair and thinking, that is it for my watch list. Any closing remarks before we head out? Noslen,
New
I see you're playing. Is that Street Fighter in the background?
Yeah, my boy's playing Street Fighter right now. He's just practicing some combos right now.
Oh,
So
he's practicing his
Yeah.
combos, eh? For when you beat
Practicing
him,
on,
right? For when you beat him.
come on,
He's not using Ryu, is he? Because that's a losing battle right there.
he's
Ken.
using Guile to beat up Ken, which is the usual.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
That's funny. That's funny. Mark, or sorry, Coastal. Fuck, Jesus Christ, it's late night, folks.
All
Late
good.
night.
It's all good.
Coastal, any closing remarks?
No, you know what? Just excited about new Capenna. It's looking really good. I can't emphasize enough, like I had said before, watch Bel Air, give it a shot. At least watch the first episode, see what you think. And that's about it. I'm pretty excited about what's coming forward. Got to check out Batman in the next 48 hours or so.
Yep.
So looking for some open time to do that. But
Last night, all these spoiler videos just popped up on YouTube. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a hard time trying to avoid all this stuff.
yeah, I got to avoid that.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go into it spoiler free. Like literally, like it's gonna be hard, but we'll see.
yeah.
It's gonna be hard, but we'll see. But anyways, folks, let me turn this down. Thank you guys for watching. Actually watching and listening to this episode of The Stack. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, you subscribe, and you comment on our videos. And also make sure you share them as well. Let's get some growth going on. Also, if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, make sure you follow us to get all of our latest updates for our episodes. Now, Coastal, where can people find you?
You can find me at Coast Dynasty on Instagram. That is COASTDY Nasty. Check my bio. That's got our newest episodes on it. It's got also links to any of the websites that I'm a part of. So yeah, just check me out on Instagram there.
Beautiful. Noslen, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Noslen69ers. That's my name backwards, 69ERS.
Beautiful. And you can find me at Caramel Thunder, Caramel with 2 L's. That'll be on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram at Unhinged Vibes. Yet again, folks, thank you for listening on this episode of The Stack, brought to you by Unhinged Vibes Podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.